to be with all of you this morning. So with no further ado, I give the floor to the President of the Commission, Mrs. von der Leyen.
Thank you very much, dear Kaja, dear Secretary General Leyen, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to once again see so many of you in this room here. And I would like to start by thanking and paying tribute to all of those who could not be here in person. And I'm thinking in particular of those posted across the Middle East, working around the clock to get European citizens back home, to liaise with our allies and partners in the region, and to keep our own staff and their families safe. So I think from this room we can tell them, you represent the very best of our diplomatic corps and the very best of Europe. And I start with the Middle East, not only because of the gravity and the speed of the conflict there, but also because of what it tells us about the world and how Europe and its foreign policy fits into that. You will hear different views about whether the conflict in Iran is a war of choice or war of necessity. But I believe this debate partly misses the point, because Europe must focus on the reality of the situation, to see the world as it actually is today. And I want to be clear, there should be no tears shed for the Iranian regime. This regime has inflicted death and imposed repression on its own people. They slaughtered 17,000 young people. And this regime has caused devastation and destabilization across the region through its proxies armed with missiles and drones. And many Iranians inside the country and across Europe and the world have celebrated Ayatollah Khamenei's demise, as have many more people across the region. They hope that this moment can open a path towards a free Iran. And I think the people of Iran deserve freedom, dignity, and the right to decide their own future, even if we know this will be fraught with danger and instability during and after the war. And beyond this, we can now see a regional conflict with unintended consequences. And the spillover is already a reality today, whether on energy or finance, trade or transport, or the displacement of people. British military bases have been targeted in Cyprus, who I want to reaffirm our full solidarity with from this place. NATO troops have been called upon to shoot down a drone. Our citizens are caught in the crossfire. Our partners are being attacked. And I've been in touch with many of them across the region to express our solidarity and support. And the longer-term impact is already posing existential questions on the future of our international rules-based system, on how Europe finds unity in this situation. All of this shows how precarious the global situation is today, how diverse threats are, and how Europe will always be affected by what happens around the world. So the idea that we can simply retrench and withdraw from this chaotic world is simply a fallacy. I believe it is vital that we understand that this will shape our foreign policy for years ahead. Dear ambassadors, Over the course of this year's conference, you will hear many descriptions of the state of the world, whether it is about middle powers or multipolar disorder. You will discuss the importance of the rules-based international system and, of course, the urgent need for its reform. You will exchange ideas about national security and economic security. All of this will feed into our work, in particular ahead of the new European security strategy that we are working on with the HRVP and our diplomatic service. But at the same time, these attempts to label today's world mask two tangible and structural realities which are far from important for Europe.